Okay, so now we're going to move slightly in a slightly different direction, where we're going to be talking about rational versus irrational numbers. Now, to do this, I'm actually going to draw a diagram for you because I think it's a little bit easier to understand. So here we have a circle, not a great one, but a circle nonetheless. So here we've got rational numbers. Now I'm going to abbreviate numbers here. It's a zero. I know, by the way, numbers as this, just to make it a little bit easier. Now, when we're dealing with numbers, or rational numbers, they can be expressed as decimals. So 0.75, for example, 3.2125, negative 1.2, to 7.66, 2.1515, etc. What we've also got is within rational numbers, okay, right here, we have what's called integers. I know it doesn't really sound like that when you spell it out, but that's nonetheless what it's called. And in this case, we have numbers, so they are real numbers, they are numbers nonetheless, but they actually can go into the negative as whole numbers. So, for example, negative 3, negative 24, we can have 0, we can have 10, negative 10, we can even have 10. Okay, so basically it comes across as negative and positive. So our next circle within here, okay, let me get my red pen, okay, and we have what's called as natural numbers. Now, natural numbers are very similar to integers, except they are only positive numbers. So I would expect, say, 3, 4, 9, 12, the number 5, anything that's a whole number and also a positive number. Okay, so let me just move this across here for a second. Now, that's our rational. When we're talking about our irrational, so let me draw a big circle here. This is where numbers that can't be expressed in a decimal point or a full number. So, for example, let's say we might have square root of 3. Oh, hang on, I better put my heading up so you know what I'm talking about. So, irrational numbers. Okay, so square root of 3, we might have negative 3 to square root of 24. We might have negative 2 square root of 5. We could have pi, and so forth. So they are the differences between our rational and irrational. So what we're going to concentrate on next is actually our integers. Okay, so now we're going to concentrate a little bit on what an actual integer is. So in plain speak, all it is, what's an asterisk? A whole number anywhere from 0 to a positive or negative infinity. So you remember from Toy Story, infinity and beyond. So what this looks like is, so the set of integers could look something like this, like on a number line. Whoa, going a bit fast there. So on a number line. So it could be, let me try a different colour. So we could have our number line, we could have, assuming that these are all evenly spread apart, so we'd have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This way, -1, -2, -3, -4. So here what we're looking at, here are our negatives, and here are our positives. Pretty simple, huh? And that's what an integer is. It can be a whole number, which is negative and positive.